Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nelly Novianti binti Zabudi. I am the first presenter. So today we would like to present you our assignment for electronic system which require us to construct and to design an electronic system based on the given subsystem here. As you can see here, we need to design a system based on the subsystem here. So that's mean we are going to design part by part of the circuit for oscillator 1, oscillator 2 and so on. And as for the subsystem, it's already given their specification that we need to follow. We need to follow to find the value of R, C in order to make a calculation. So as for my part is oscillator 1. So this is my calculation. As for my part, I assume C as 1 nanofarad. So that means C1, C2 equal to C equal to 1 nanofarad. So next, and I am going to find the value of resistor, which I am going to use the original formula from finding the frequency here. So since we have the value of the frequency and capacitor, just reorder the formula to obtain the resistor. So my calculation, I got 159.2 kilo ohm. So approximately I am going to use 158 kilo ohm for the value of my resistor 1 and resistor 2. So if you want to double check whether you got the original frequency, you can just substitute again your resistor and capacitor to this formula and you got 1 kilohertz for the frequency. That means you can use the value for capacitor and resistor here to design a circuit later. Okay, so next I am going to calculate the RF and RS. So as you can see here, RF is the feedback resistor and RS is here. So according to the formula, I'm going to use this formula, and RS is 2 times RF, which means RF is greater in value 2 times from RS. So I am assuming that I use 33 kilo ohms for RS. So that means I have 2 times by 2 for RF, which I got 66 kilo ohms or approximately 68 kilo ohm. Okay, note that the oscillator must be around 3. The gain of the oscillator must be around 3 so that the oscillation to be sustained. If the gain is less than 3, the oscillation will fizzle out. If the oscillation is more than 3, there will be distortion in your frequency. Okay, so this is my circuit. I am going to show you my multisim. Okay, as you can see here, okay, this is my multisim, and actually I put diode here so that the oscillation will not have a distortion. So I got a clean sine wave here. If you did not put the diode here, you will get the same frequency, but the oscillation will get a distortion. So as you can see here, I use the value of resistor and capacitor based on calculation before, and I got the frequency 1 kilohertz. So and the peak to peak voltage equal to 1.38 volts.
Hi sir, my name is Nurul Syairah binti Asarin and I will be present about the oscillator 2. So for the oscillator 2 is using for the wind bridge oscillator. So this is a calculation. I assume the value of capacitor is 2 nanofarad, and next I will calculate the value of R, which is I got 3.98K and I use 3.4K in the multisim. Next, I calculate the value of parameter using the R and C to see whether it matched for the specification. So I got 20 kHz, and for the gain formula that I've been using to find the value of RS and RF, I assume that the RS value is 48K and the RF value that I got is 96K, and I assume it to be 98K in the multisim. So this is the simulation for the multisim. So as you can see, the value of frequency is 20 kHz, which is matched with the specification that you want. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, and my name is Muhammad Arif Amir bin Zulkifli, and I will be taking over for the summer amplifier circuit. So the summer amplifier circuit, the purpose of this circuit is basically is to combine the voltage of many input voltage into one output voltage. So in this case, which is two inputs from the output of the Wine Bridge oscillator that were previously shown by Nelly and Shahira. Um, so moving on to the calculation, and the RF stands for the feedback resistor, and the R1 and R2 represent as an input resistor. So if you look at the formula over here for the inverter summing amplifier, so as in the formula here, yeah, the formula for the voltage output is RF plus bracket V1 over R1 plus V2 over R2. So the value of RF and the R1 and R2 is which exactly is the same 1 kilo ohm. The feedback resistor and the input resistor are in the same value, so we can get the gain of unity that enable us to direct sum of the input voltage that allow us to perform a simple mathematical operation of sum between two input voltage. So you can cancel the feedback voltage and the input voltage, which leave us to the voltage peak of oscillation 1 and oscillation 2. So the final value of the calculation is 1.32 voltage. Okay, so this is the summer amplifier circuit. So this is the oscillation 1, Wine Bridge oscillation 1 and Wine Bridge oscillation 2, and this is the summer amplifier circuit. So the output of this circuit, which is a combined input voltage of oscillation 1 and oscillation 2, channel 1 and channel 2, we will get the value of the output voltage of the for peak to peak is 2.64 voltage. So divided by 2, you will get the voltage peak of 1.32 voltage. If we compare it to the calculation, we can see it's almost exactly the same or similar. Okay, that's it from me, and we will be moving on to the low pass filter.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to Encik Ashadi. My name is AB Denizikri bin Abu Bakar, and today I will explain to you roughly about my circuit, which is active low pass filter. Okay, so for this circuit, I will use type second order butterworth response. Okay, as you can see, the important thing that I have to find is the ratio between RF and R1. Okay, so from the value, we can use this table as our main point value. As you can see here, the ratio between R1 and R2 will equal to 0.586. How do I find this? Okay, for this circuit is a second order and it's a first state. So we can use this value here to find our resistor in the circuit. Okay, as you can see here in the calculated value, I assuming that RF will equal to 1 kilo ohm. Okay, so from this value, just put the value in the equation and I will find the R1 value, which is approximately at 1.7 kilo ohm. Okay, so another important point that I have to know about the circuit is the value of capacitor must be less than 1 microfarad. Okay, so in this case, I can assume any value as long as the value must be less than 1 microfarad. So in this case, I will assuming my capacitor is equal to 0.1 microfarad. Okay, then after we get the value of C, we just need to use this formula, which is from the FC equals to 1 over 2 pi RC. And then I will put R as my subject to find my resistor in circuit. And then we just need to uh, put the value that we have, like the FC, which is our cutoff frequency at 8 kilohertz, and the capacitor, which is I'm assuming it already, which is 0.1 microfarad. And then we calculate and get the value of R, which is 198.94 ohm. So from this value that I have calculated given, I can finally complete the circuit, and this will be my final circuit for the low pass filter. If I run here, I'm using the Bob plotter as my output, and from this I just need to find the magnitude at frequency cutoff, which is 8K, and this will be my magnitude of cutoff frequency, and the output of the circuit will be equals to 1.39 volt peak to peak, and this will be my output frequency, which is 13.4 kilohertz. I think that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Nurul Hasanah and I will present for this part rectifier. For this part, we have been asked to use the full bridge rectifier and add one capacitor to act as filters. Yes, some calculation we want to get the VRMS value to use in the simulation of multisim. The capacitor is connected in parallel with the load across the full wave bridge. And here's the circuits. This capacitor convert the full wave ripple output voltage of rectifier into a more smooth DC output voltage. Now run with the capacitor installed. We can see that the effect it has on the rectifier output waveform as shown here. Right, that's from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good day, sir. My name is Muhammad Haikal bin Saiful Nizam. My matching number is B08191016. I'm from 2BEE. Okay, for this part, I will explain more about voltage regulator. So, voltage regulator actually is a circuit that generates the fixed voltage output from the power source. But for this assignment, they asked us to construct an op-amp shunt regulator circuits. Okay, for op-amp is an integrated circuit that can amplify weak electric signal, which means the output signal from rectifier is low. When it enter the op-amp shunt regulator circuit, it can be amplified. Okay, this is my part 4.1.6 voltage regulator. This is a circuit that we have construct and we construct using multisim software. Okay, we are using transistor BD135. The function for the transistor is almost similar like op-amp function, which is to amplify or switch electronic signals and electrical power. Okay, for this part, what we need to find is we need to find the voltage for Zener diode. we must use the same value for R19 and R20. So we just assume the value for R19 and R20 is 10 kilo ohm. Using this formula, VO is equal to 1 plus R19 over R20 Vz. We can find the Vz value. Okay, so VO is equal to 1 plus 10 kilo ohm over 10 kilo ohm for R19 and R20 Vz. 2 Vz is equal to 2 is 1 plus 1. 2 Vz is equal to 5. Vz is equal to 5 volt over 2. And Vz is equal to 2.5 volt. So we can put the value 2.5 volt at this diode. So we can try to run this circuit. So the output voltage that we get is 4.917 volt. So actually the input for this circuit is continuous from the rectifier circuit. So this is the rectifier circuit, and the rectifier circuit is an input for the voltage regulator, and output that we get is 4.917 volt. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Aminul Zafira binti Suraidi from PE S1/2. So I will be presenting for our load circuit and our combined circuit. So here we'll be here we'll be calculating for our resistor load. So given that our power load is required is 1 volts, by using our voltage load that is required from our voltage regulator that we got 4.917 voltage, we will now be using the formula power load is equal to voltage load square divided by our resistor load. We now get our resistor load is 24.18 ohm. So here this is our circuit that is supplied by our 4.197 V DC supply, and this is our load based on our calculation, and this is left as an indicator. So when I run, we can see that our power is 967 milliwatt. That is to the nearest is 1 volt. So here we can see that it is achieved 1 volt power of for the circuit. And then I will be explaining for our combined circuit. So in our combined circuit, we can see there is it has oscillator 1, oscillator 2, summing, active low pass filter, rectifier, voltage regulator, and lastly is our load. And lastly and last one is our indicator, the lamp. So when I run, we can see that. So when I run, we can see that our power is 967 milliwatt to the nearest 1 watt. So here we can see the lamp, the indicator is like the upright, and our VDC is 4.92 V, and this is achieved that our combination circuit has accepted the question that is needed. The power that is required is 1 watt. So now that's all for me. The discussion and conclusion will be now continued by Sarah. That's all from me. Thank you.
And for the last part is by me, Sarah Shahira. The overall of the assignment, we managed to learn on how the electronic system works and play an important role in the industry. In this assignment, we managed to build all the 7 systems, which is oscillators, summer of oscillators, active low pass filter, rectifier, voltage regulator, and a load. We then successfully designed and simulated the system by using multisim and getting all the expected output by using oscilloscope, multimeter, bot plotter, and many more. And for the conclusion, we managed to achieve all the objectives stated and needed into the assignment, and of course, all the data and result has been recorded into the assignment. I think that's all from our group. I hope anybody who watched it able to gain some knowledge for their future life. And thank you for watching.